I don't know what to tell you.
God.
How you doing, Calvin? What's cracking tonight?
I'm glad you like that
Think
build,
we're
though, Kitty. That's stock, so I can actually pick that up as well, which I might just do.
Well, remember, that's the legendary one.
Well, the Juggernaut is now available as well in the store. It's just not the legendary one, so it doesn't have the armor level you do. That's what I was commenting on, actually.
I know.
Otherwise, it's a beautiful build, let me tell you.
It's so gross.
Is this mech warrior stuff or?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Right.
It's like taking so the mech I just built is like taking a Harugumo in and giving it the armor of a Curvers.
Kishima? Oh, right. Okay.
And then just running in like a wrecking ball.
I would even go so far as to say, imagine a Svetlana build with Sherman guns with the reload time and a Kerr first bow.
Sounds yummy.
It's gross. It's beautiful. Like that build was a nice way to end my battles. You basically just run in with your finger on the shoot button and you have to go straight in though. You can't do it from far away like I usually do with my learn boats, but you just go in and they're just like, I don't know what to do. She's got all that armor. And then they just turn their back to you where they have less armor and then you just tear them apart and giggle.
It's because you're ripping so much armor off of them at such a rapid pace.
And they get all scared.
So it's like a Kerr first Hagumaru with 6 kilometer range, is what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it just laughs. It just laughs.
It's reminiscent of the mech I always talk all about is the giggle shots, the one that just has a bunch of UAC 10s and 5s, and you just click the button and giggle, and then you click the button and giggle, and things run away.
And the second match, it took one person who was nose to nose with me and 2 people launching a shit ton of missiles to finally kill me. It was beautiful.
Cool. So I'm being told that the best Civ player cannot attend tonight. How do you all feel about this?
You can't make it?
So, I mean, do we want to go ahead and do a what's it called then? Because we're not going to make it through a full game.
We're not doing a scenario, no. At least not to start. You were too busy. You were too busy being you to listen to the discussion earlier about what the plan is for tonight.
Being me, I was dealing with things with my sponsor in a whole other Discord all day long.
Oh,
Bite me.
Oh, your poor
Bite
sponsor.
I had shit to do. I didn't even make the video I was supposed to make today.
Content creation is rough, ain't it?
And I can hear Vicey's using the machine I'm supposed to be making a video on today.
Yeah, Zand, it's a spicy Sith kitten. I'm surprised nobody else seemed to care much about that comment that you made, Zand, because I'll tell you what, when I see that, it makes me wonder if we should, you know, make a pact to gang up on Raptor and just take him down a notch or 2 next game. But anyway.
I mean, you act like he's not going to be watching or listening, though. That's just it. You guys shouldn't be mentioning things as such.
He's got to work.
I know, but he's still going to hear if we discuss said pact. Duh.
And are you afraid of him or something? All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Everybody go into PC Unified Games for multiplayer and go to Create Game. I want to talk through all of the changes to the mods together. And what I'd like to do, Kitten, since you were muted and dealing with your sponsor, is I want to talk through like each of the different choices and come up with some ideas. Pally's here too. So Pally, you are welcome to weigh in as well. In terms of like our game settings. So can you guys do that? Please go to Create Game. and just look at that setup screen for a moment.
Game setup.
I also felt it would be good for all of our viewers to kind of keep an eye on this as well and see how this all works.
Hi, wow, Zandy.
Puddin', if you are here, feel free to do a drawing whenever you would like. And then get another one started, or not. It's totally up to you.
Did you just say faster than your grades?
21 people up here.
It dropped faster than your grades. Yeah.
What did?
The temperature outside
Oh, it did.
dropped faster than my kids' grades.
So I know you guys have snow and rain and all kinds of craziness. That storm is coming to us tonight into tomorrow. And then I think in 2 more days after that, we have another big storm coming, right?
Yeah, I think you sent it to us though. I really do.
Yes, because that's how weather works, since I am to
Yeah.
the east and north of you. Yes, definitely.
You're like, take it. I want you to have it before I come down to visit.
See, Zath, you say this, but I've been up north, and this very much feels and smells like a northern storm.
Hmm.
I mean, it was with me last week, so I guess it was sent from me to all of you guys.
Wait,
It's
Boostar, where
making
are
its
you?
rounds.
I am in Scandinavia. In
Oh, I
fact.
didn't realize that. Okay.
May
I
I
don't
ask?
Hey, Andrew.
You may.
May I ask which nation inside of Scandinavia? I have friends in Sweden and everything, which is why I ask.
Yeah, so like for the sake of streaming and such, I would prefer to be known as a Scandinavian rather than the individual nation.
No worries.
I am Norwegian for your information and entertainment.
Fair enough. No, I'm of Norwegian descent myself. Obviously, I'm American, but I've traced back to Oslo. So
Oh, really?
Glad you had a light
Interesting.
dusting.
I can post quickly.
And I'm glad y'all are enjoying the spiciness.
Right?
I got a message from one of your viewers.
why is
Aw.
it spicy?
Sea
They
Raptor.
popped in to say hi and say they were lacking the spicy.
Somebody's asking where C Proctor is.
Well then,
Unfortunately, the dinosaur had to work tonight,
Yeah.
or so he claims.
shitty situation.
And Pally couldn't make it either, so it's just the 4 of us right now. Now, we'll get into some scenarios or something later if you guys want, but I want to talk through the changes with the mods that we've put together, and I thought we could try to do 1 or 2 starts with those mods and just kind of get the feel for it, right? Do we like how things are working and that sort of stuff? Okay?
Okay.
So is everybody at the multiplayer game setup screen?
Duh.
Unified PC play games, or am I somewhere else?
Unified PC play is fine. Local or network, it doesn't really matter as long as you go into multiplayer game and then create a game.
Create a game.
I'm good.
Right?
Okay? So for all of our chats, what we have done is we have added some new mods. These are mods that the Civ Players League, CPL Civ Players League plays. That is the competitive arm of Civilization 6. Yes, there is a competitive side to this game. They play very often.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, the next time their season, so to speak, is coming up is going to be in March. And yes, I've been asked to cast it. So I don't know if I'm going to or not. But in any case, we have added a few mods to our table. We've also removed a few other ones as well. In talking with somebody who is very involved in the Civ Players League as an admin as well as a caster, he gave me some tips and tricks and suggestions for how to deal with mods. What was that, kitten?
Nothing. Sorry, child.
No worries. The one thing that he said was remove all the mods that you can possibly remove. So we did that. We've kind of scaled down to more bare bones Civ 6, okay? In addition to that, no, it was not Chinko. It was, what's his name? OnSpot TV or OnSpot TTV. Very nice dude. He's Hungarian or Bulgarian, one of the two. Very nice guy. Absolutely nice guy. Very fun to watch. He always wears like a cowboy hat when he streams. So he also hooked me up with the CPL rule set and their mods that they use. They use a few mods, some of which we already use anyways, right? But they use something called Better Balance for the game. So they've actually tweaked a lot of the different balance features of the game to make some of the civs that are maybe less exciting, less utilized, more relevant in a multiplayer game. You can do it in single player too, but the idea is for multiplayer, they're trying to make the games a little bit more balanced, so it's not so much who you pick that determines if you win, it's more how you play the civilization that you pick. Everybody follow so far?
Yep.
Okay, the other thing that we added is Better Start. So the idea being that in theory, we'll have fewer restarts to deal with. There's resource scripts that change how we start the maps and that sort of thing. And that's what we're going to test today together. We're going to go through some of these new options together and discuss it. If you already look, you'll see that there's a B, C, Y affected city centers at the top part there. You all see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the way this works. Hey Joey, I'm trying to put this together based off of my knowledge of how this all works. Oh, hold on a second. Wouldn't you have to refresh the stream? Makes me wonder if I need to nope, I didn't. I am watching the stream on one other window. Ironically enough, I was watching it on a couple others too. Okay, you see me too? No, that's important to know because I'm looking at a couple of others and it says that I'm not online. This is unusual because usually it just automatically starts me. So I'm really concerned about this. That could explain why my numbers are at 27 when I went into this with like 50 odd people. Okay, anyway, apologies guys. So, when you see the city centers, some background before you click through it like crazy. You already did though because you're all children and I'm a teacher and I'm used to this. So, city centers, the way they work is when you found a city, every city automatically gets a minimum of 2 food and 1 production, right?
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you found a city on like a Plains Hill, you get 1 extra production. If you found it on a luxury resource, you oftentimes will get, extra gold or whatever per turn. So what this does is it changes things. If you hold the mouse cursor over the off screen for a second, and you can see that there are 3 choices. Actually, if you click on the drop down, sorry, there are 3 choices: off, on, and capitals only. Everybody see that?
Yes,
You are playing with my lights.
Indeed.
All right. Now,
Okay.
what they're basically saying is, do we want the rules to change for every city that's on only the first city that we place? Obviously, that's our capital. Or do we not want this rule change to work at all? Now, if you hold the cursor, actually, do me a favor, go and just put it to on for right now. Just set it to on and then go down to the city center yields and hold your cursor over that. Okay, everybody with me so far?
You're on unbalanced, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Now, if you
right.
click that
Okay.
drop down, you'll see balanced, no RNG, and then maximum, right? Those 3 options. If you hold your cursor over balance, it says city center gains 1 production when a city would otherwise only be a 2 food, 1 production city center. So if you found a city on plains, floodplains, grassland, tundra, desert, anything that doesn't give you a bonus to production, what balanced says is you automatically get that 1 extra production as if you were founding a city on a plains hill. Everybody follow that so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it says this ability only affects cities settled on grassland and plains tiles. So go back to what I just said, tundra and desert don't apply. Apologies. It also says production is not gained if a resource is present that grants gold, faith, science, or culture. So let's say that you decide to drop your city on cocoa. Cocoa gives you extra gold. So what this is saying with balance is if you found your city on cocoa, you'll get the gold, but you will not get the extra production from founding your city on that gold, or on that at that cocoa. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Food resources are unaffected by this ability. In other words, if you start on a food resource, then you automatically just get 3 food, 1 production. So the idea here is that you have a mix of 4. That's the balance. You always start your city on 4. Okay? 2 production, 2 food is 4. 3 production or 3 food, 1 production is 4. Right? 2 food, 1 production, and science, faith, or culture is also 4. Everybody understand why that's considered balance then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, if you look at no RNG, what it does for that is you are guaranteed 3 food, 1 production for a flat city center. So you always get 3 food on a flat city center, or if you choose to put your city on hills, you will always get 2 production and 2 food instead. Everybody good with that?
I understand.
And then what maximum does is it basically kind of takes, again, this is my understanding, it takes both of those together and just kind of says, well, you're going to get the best of what you can possibly get. What's up, Full Metal Yankee?
Yeah.
How's it going? So,
Oh, wow.
this is one of the things that I would like to experiment with you guys. Maybe do a few different games with the different sets and kind of get an idea of what we would prefer of these. Before we even start the game, what do you guys think you'd prefer?
I have to say that if we're gonna do this thing, the only thing I can see any reason to do is either no RNG or maximum. For me, the
Okay.
balanced one doesn't appear to make any sense. That's for me.
Okay, Vicey's kitten.
I'm good with any of them. For me, out of the 2 that Boostar mentioned, no RNG or maximum, I would lean towards no RNG, just to make it a little bit more balanced, I guess.
Kitten?
I'm good with whatever. I thought I was done experimenting in college.
Vicey's, how do you feel about this?
Oh, that's a long story, my friend.
All right, cool.
So it sounds like we prefer no RNG then for now.
For now, we can I would say we start with no RNG, but I would love to do a game, like 10 turns, 5 turns, 10 turns in each of these 3 different options tonight and just kind of get a feel for which one we like best, okay?
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, of
Now-
course we're gonna like maximum RNG, duh.
Fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. You'll note that game speed, map, size, resources, all that stuff is the same as we've always seen, right?
Well, except for the map defaulting to Pangea instead of continents, I think.
Well, okay, that's fair, but I mean, you can still change that to continents or whatever. That's not a big deal. Take a look at strategic resources and click on the drop down for this. Mouse over the abundant, epic, and spawn guaranteed.
Damn.
Yeah. What are you damning about?
I'll take that spawn guaranteed, thank you.
Hello, Flock Mom. Pally says he prefers the balanced of those 3 options, but he's fine with whatever we decide. And Pally, since you're watching the stream, you'll also get an idea of what each of these spawns will look like. So don't be worried about that too much right now. Anyway, so spawn guaranteed means that you will you will most likely have every strategic resource that you will need for the entirety of the game within 5 tiles of your original spawn. So if you plop down a city within 5 tiles of that city, you are almost guaranteed that you have all the way up to uranium, all of the key resources. That to me is really sexy. What do you guys think?
As a teacher, does it bother you that guaranteed is spelled wrong?
No, because this was created and I'm not a teacher anymore, so whatever. But no, because this is translated from I think Russian. I think the guy that made this mod is Russian originally.
Okay. And you're the one who brought the teacher shit up earlier, so whatever.
That is true. Chinko says abundant is best for overall fairness, really, and not spawn guaranteed. I would have thought that spawn guaranteed would have been the best option.
Yeah, within
Okay.
5 tiles.
Yeah, spawn guaranteed would make sure to cluster it all very, very tightly together.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
So when we do our practice games or our trial games, we're gonna do those in the most recent or latest era, so that we can see where those resources are. Okay.
Fair enough.
Moving right along, there's a few other options here. There's Ridge's definition. Now, hold on a second. Spawn guaranteed would give you everything, but won't allow a city or cities to grow in the best way. Well, that is correct, because if you've got everything within your area, that obviously could have an impact. Pally says abundant makes it more likely for resources to spawn in, so you can find them easily, but not so much that you can't build everything. That's the balance with the strategic resources. If you do epic, you might run out of tiles to actually put districts on, right? Which is kind of a threat, concern.
Yeah, you wouldn't combine epic start with the full-on strategic one. You would choose either or the two, I guess.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you go to resources and then you go to abundant, for example, right? And then strategics, you do abundant for that too. We can absolutely try one of those tonight and just kind of get an idea what it looks like, but
Okay.
that would probably be a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Okay, now city-states, natural wonders, nothing different about these screens. That's all standard. So ridges, a ridge is like a basically a mountain range. That's my understanding, and I could be wrong. But if you hold your cursors over, you get an idea of what we see here. So if you go impenetrable, for example, then you have something kind of like the Shenandoah Valley in the Civil War, where there's not a lot of ways in and out of an area. It's very choke pointy and stuff.
and you put one Stonewall Jackson in it, and then it becomes impassable anyway.
Exactly. So it works.
That's the style I like.
Jinko says it used to only be the strategic resources that were needed for your Civ, which could mean that you won't have all of them. Okay. Do you guys have a preference on ridges here?
I voiced mine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the impenetrable. Keep you bitches out.
Okay. Well, I mean
But
that
it can
adds.
also hurt you too, though. It really can also hurt too.
It can hurt expansion, but it can also allow you to find a choke point and then hold that choke point off easily. An example from the last game would be Vices. You couldn't get to the south of where you spawned because of all those mountains, right?
Correct. Yeah, between that and the direction you ended up expanding in the first place.
See, now Pally likes large openings. I was not expecting that, Pally.
Good to know.
You sure you
Holly?
want your mom
Good
to know this? Poor Pally. Pally says his mom's not listening, so it's okay. Okay,
Oh,
then.
goodness.
All right. So, anyways, ridges, we can also experiment with ridges. God, that sounded terrible. Chinko says it's also guaranteed that you have mountains, which means that Inca is almost a guaranteed pick as a Civ. Ah, that's a good point.
Ridges for your pleasure.
So if you want lots of ridges, that's for Inca's pleasure. Got it. Okay. Anyways. Teamer start position, we're not going to worry about this, but if you were on teams, that's east versus west or north versus south. We don't play on teams, so I don't think it really matters for us, right?
Right.
Okay. What's the next one? Max tile, right, between civs? Yeah, between players. It's recommended, I was reading through the README on this, it's recommended that you keep it standard and don't change that setting. You could change the setting, but the more you change it, the farther away you require the thing to build out, the more difficult, I guess you could say, it is for the script to figure out where your civs need to go and stuff. You know what I mean?
Everything okay, Zath? You just kind of trailed off.
Oh, okay. No, that's weird. I'll repeat what I was just saying. So, it's recommended you keep it to standard for this, which I believe is 6 tiles. No, I think it's 10. But anyways, if you increase that, it becomes more difficult for the script to place you. So it's recommended not to change that. Okay.
Okie doke.
Okay.
I have no freaking clue what BBS attempts means. So Chinko, you're welcome to share your thought on that. And then you've got your start position. It's your normal, balanced, standard, or legendary. And temperature, rainfall, sea level is all standard as well. Okay.
Okay.
Aye.
All right. Now, next up we have drafting options. We don't do this kind of stuff where we're very competitive. So I'm not worried about this, but we could always do a game where we've got a limited pool of players and you draft and stuff, but let's go ahead and skip that for right now. Okay?
Aye.
Okay.
All right, we go to game modes. There's a whole lot of different options. I want to draw your attention to a couple of game modes that I think might be fun for us if we wanted to change things up. Maybe not necessarily for the upcoming game, but soon.tm. First of all, I want you to look at
about not polluting.
No pollution? What?
There's a apocalypse. Everyone fights pollution thing, where we could all blame Raptor for polluting.
Ah, well, we could do apocalypse mode. I was actually going to recommend. To me, that one's a little bit hard to do.
I was
Got it.
just
So-
pointing it out for the memes and shenanigans.
Got it. Chinko says BBS attempts. That goes along with the min tiles for players. So how many times it will try to build up a map before it places. That's kind of what I figured. Now-
I didn't see this. That one
Oh.
doesn't look very good.
That was under minimum BBS attempts when you scroll up. Chinko was just answering a question from earlier, from a moment ago.
Right.
So game modes. One of my viewers says Barbarian Clans mode you always have on. And actually, I wanted to mention this. Go ahead and mouse over Barbarian Clans. I want to highlight this as something that if we're ready to try doing something a little bit different, this adds a lot of spice to the game.
That's the one where the clans form city-states after a while, isn't it?
Correct. So barbarians have their, obviously they have their encampments. Now, what's different about this is you can still wipe it out. It's a little bit more difficult to wipe it out than a standard encampment, but you can also do things like pay them money so they don't attack you. Pay them money so they attack somebody else instead, like your neighbor. Or if you don't do anything with them, and this is typically more for like the polar barbarian encampments, then you can do they can form city-states, which might be kind of interesting because you know, a barbarian encampment suddenly becoming a city-state could have a very big impact on the game. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, Kitten, Boostar, how are you feeling about that?
I mean, it sounds interesting.
It's fascinating and intriguing. I don't fully understand the implications, but
It's over 9,000!
It's over
I actually,
9,000!
played this version several times. So in a nutshell, you have barbarian camps that can turn themselves into full-fledged nations if given enough time. You can have any kind of same relations that you can with the other nations within the game. It just offers a different avenue for your barbarians to be, rather than just being an enemy to wipe out.
Exactly.
sounds absolutely wild.
So it's fun. It does kind of tweak the game a little bit, and frankly, I think it's good. But it's something that I didn't want to suggest to you guys until you all felt comfortable dealing with barbarians as they are in the game right now. You know what I mean?
As if I'm ever going to be comfortable dealing with barbarians. Ever.
By the
All
way,
right,
Zath, you should know Flock Mom is here.
Awesome. Chinko says, with this setting on, you start with a portion of your city-states, and then over time, the other city-states, up to the maximum, will attempt to enter the game. So if you have 15 city-states as the amount wanted, you couldn't end up with more than 15, I think is what he's trying to say. Makes sense.
But you could easily wipe out all of them.
Yes, of course.
Right.
There's other modes in here. I haven't played with too many of them, so I'm not too familiar with them. But, you know, if you guys want to mess with like Dramatic Ages, Heroes and Legends, Monopolies, Secret Societies, we can absolutely do that.
Some of these look really fun.
Absolutely.
Anonymous mode looks fun. Secret Societies looks
Yeah.
fun. I want to know what the April shards is.
I have no idea what April Shares 2022 is.
I need to
don't-
brush up on my German. It's been a very long time, but I want to
Sure.
know.
Sure.
It seems like an absolute meme from what
Yep.
I can decipher.
And no one runs faster. I was just going to mention that. So another thing that I thought would be very nice to kind of spice it up for us is Tech and Civic Shuffle mode. What's fun about this is you have no idea what tech or civic leads to the next one. Why this is so important is because players that really know the game well will typically open up the the science tree or civic tree, and they'll click on something and just say, okay, I want to get there as quickly as possible. And the game just automatically gets them there. When you do that, you do what's called slingshotting. You get to the next age earlier, which then makes every other civic or technology from previous cheaper and therefore quicker to research. It's one way to get through to the end game much quicker. Everybody follow that?
Why you got to outline my entire strategy as Korea?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Oh, okay. Chinko says that April Shares is basically April Fools. It's a prank. It's very popular pull on friends or coworkers.
Aha.
Okay.
I
Anyways,
don't get it, but okay.
right. So, Shares is German for joke. Got it. So, anyways,
Okay.
the two I wanted to highlight from here for you guys to think about, put on your radar for the future, doesn't have to be this next upcoming game, is Barbarian Clans and Tech and Civic Shuffle. One, both, neither of them, I don't care. Just want to put that out there as something else that we could try doing to mix it up.
Right. Okay.
I've played both of those and I like both versions. I do like the Tech and Civic Shuffle because it very much levels things out a bit. And like you said, for those who know the game well, it kind of slows them down a touch.
Okay.
I have one thing to note, which is I briefly tried the Dramatic Ages mode, and it is fairly challenging sometimes.
So that's one that I looked at and thought, this could be fun, but also hell no.
What about
I-
Heroes and Legends?
Heroes and
I
Legends, the problem with Heroes and Legends, I've done a couple of the games with this. it's incredibly unbalanced. If you get one of the heroes, you basically are almost guaranteed to win.
Haha.
The heroes are fairly strong.
Anonymous mode could be sick too.
So I saw Anonymous. Now, this is something that was added, I think, with the mods. And I wanted to try this as well and see what that means. So I'd love to try that tonight and just see what Anonymous mode means. See, as you guys can see, there's a lot of things to try tonight. So I don't think we're going to get to scenarios. I think we're just going to flip through these and then talk it over and then decide what we want to do for our next game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, Secret Societies is another one that a lot of people like to play. And Monopolies Corporations, I don't know too much about that, but the idea is for that is it gives you a reason to go for multiple luxury resources, which, hey, that's kind of sexy as well if you're not somebody that likes to trade away extra copies. No one runs faster.
Something where if you're like Sea Raptor and you focus a huge amount of on your economy and gold-wise, you get to focus even more and then go to even more effort to it to make it even stronger.
You never know. It's something that could make that kind of gameplay style that much stronger. So that's a good point. Zan says that would totally screw up Raptor talking about the Tech and Civic shuffle. I know. And that's why I thought that would be really good.
Hey.
I had a feeling that was your reasoning, but I didn't want to say anything, but I'm glad you said it.
Well, I mean, what it does is it levels the playing field. It also messes with me because I can't catapult to where I want to go necessarily as well. So I kind of like that.
Chaotic for everyone.
Well, that's the thing, right? Exactly. Everybody's in the same kind of chaos. Nobody really knows what one tech leads to the next. So you really have to play it more around things like getting the civic or tech boosts, right? Trying to get those little missions done, which I think could be kind of sexy. It could be a fun way to look into it.
Sounds fun to me.
Oh, okay. So Chinko says the April 2022 one, it's actually a DLC pack that Firaxis came out with. It changes how some of the characters look within the game. Also changes other things within the game itself. But he's never played it and really doesn't know what to say about it. So if we wanted to put this in the back of your mind, everybody, but towards the end of March, early April, this might be kind of fun to play. Just putting that out there. Even if it's crap, just to say we did it for fun. It'd be fun. Why is my...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good to try. All right, sorry about that. I realized my my YouTube stream was still set on unlisted instead of public. Oops. There are supposed to be some of the features new leader animations. Leaders show up with a face mask, face shield, or coughing, social distancing. Infected cities can only work tiles not adjacent to uninfected city tiles. They have quarantines. So basically, it's the pandemic. Okay. Anyway, are we ready to move down towards victory conditions? Guessing that's a yes.
Sorry, we had a liquid spill over here. Can you say that one more time for me?
I was going to ask if we were ready to move to victory conditions, but if you need to go and clean something up first.
No, it was down my shirt. It's fine.
Oh my. So Vicey's cleaned it up for you?
No, I got it.
Real quick, like.
All right.
For fuck's sakes, keep going.
As you guys know, there's there's all these different victory options. Now, there's one extra added. It says territorial victory, and Chinko maybe can chime in on this. It says use your military and empire growth to your advantage to dominate the lands. Chinko also says that Kitten might need more help, like 2 hands. Anyway.
I'm good. Stop it.
Stop. So anyway, I don't know too much about military. My guess is this is a way to allow somebody to win, but instead of a conquest where you have to take away like every isn't this domination victory? No, so they split this up a bit. They split it up a bit. So domination goes to territory and conquest. Okay. Not too familiar with those, but for now we'll pause on that. But you guys know the other victories and what you can do with those, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Territorial is the way you used to win domination victories before they made it to take over capital. So the way they used to do it, I think, was like 66% of territory had to be owned by you. So that makes sense. Now, if you click the drop down, you'll see there's legacy, BBG, standard, GS balanced, RF balanced, off, custom, and back to legacy again. You can do standard, that's default settings. GS is the current expansion, Gathering Storm. Okay. Now, if you look at GS balanced, you have for culture victory, that's CV, more culture tourism per great works, less tourism required to attract tourists. So that's the idea is cultural victory comes quicker. And then DV, that's diplomatic victory. The first Congress is at the medieval era. So that's one era, I believe it's one era earlier than normal. And then first diplomatic vote is at the Renaissance instead of industrial era. BBG is better balanced game. Thank you, Chinko. RF balance, that's for Rise and Fall. That was the second of the, no, that was the first of the two expansions for Civ6. So that's more culture tourism for great works, even less tourism required to attract a tourist compared to the Gathering Storm balanced. For diplomatic victory, first Congress diplomatic vote, both at medieval era. So you could possibly start getting votes to win a diplomatic victory in the medieval era. And then for a science victory, you have much cheaper projects and faster research for your later techs. So one of the nice things about either of these two, and I really think we might want to consider running one of these two, is I think it helps us get to the late game and to a victory quicker, which I think is something we've all been kind of hoping for, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Or we go and just go for off and turn all victory conditions off, and then there will be no point in playing at all.
I was gonna say that. Then it's like okay. There was one that I saw a lot. So you could turn all of them off and then go to sudden death mode. If you scroll up like just a little bit, a few lines above sudden death mode, players are gradually eliminated based on their score as the clock is ticking. Standing the test of time is just taking a whole new meaning.
Yeah,
Right? Just rude, man.
Yeah. And Chinko says quicker victory, but only for one way. Most of the time would be toward diplomatic victory. And Pally likes the idea of faster victory conditions. Now, if you go to custom, you can see with custom, you can set them up however you want. Standard, early, earliest, or off completely.
This would be peak that we could possibly get to in terms of perfect setting, I guess. But we're not really wise enough to do that.
Foaming?
Yet.
True. Why can't I click on your name, Foaming? Now I can click on your name. Let's see if I can do the shout out command.
So is it sounding like we're preferring GS balance for now, and then moving towards more custom souls, or
I like GS balanced.
misunderstanding?
I would say we could try RGS balanced. This isn't something we can try tonight, right? But at the very least, we know that it's available and we can think about that.
Yeah, that's useful.
Fair enough.
Okay. And then for trading and diplomacy, you can see there's a lot of things that you can no longer trade if we wanted to. You can also say no diplomatic deals altogether. I want to draw your attention. Raptor saw this earlier. No surprise war. Very interesting idea.
No friendship declaration.
Well,
No one
basically,
gets friends.
And if you can't be a friend, you can't be an ally. So no friendships also means you remove alliances, I would think.
Look, Boostar, just because nobody wants to be your friend doesn't mean everybody else can't have friends.
Hey, that's not true at
Ooh.
all. That is fabrication.
Sure it is.
But yeah, you would remove part of the point in playing Kree, I guess, for
Mhm.
example, with no alliances and such.
Did the shout out work,
And
filming?
Gilgamesh would be absolutely outright a no-go in that case. But yeah.
Okay. So, honestly, of the group here, I mean, we could turn off certain trading. Video did play on the stream. Okay, cool. Of all those, I mean, the only thing I think would be interesting for us to talk about, we'll have to talk with Raptor and Pally too later, is the idea of no surprise war. So you first have to denounce or use a casus belli, which is basically you have to have a reason to declare war on somebody. It could be interesting.
That's the way Hearts of Iron 4 plays, so that would be okay by me.
Basically, if a war is coming, you know it. It gives you a little bit more time to prepare.
Precisely.
It's the way you do things in EU4 for that matter. So
Okay. No spy trading would obviously be a nerf to Raptor because he does everything he can to get his spies back. Anyway, you can see the. Are there any other options here that you're kind of interested in, or no?
Looks good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
what is the agreements thing exactly? Is that when the AI asks you something?
Which one?
No agreements between Luxus and City Trading.
Yeah. So that would be right. So like, please don't settle near me, or I don't know, whatever else.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Move your troops to my lands or near my border.
Yeah. It's sounding a little like I'm not hugely in favor of any of these, I guess.
Yeah, Chinko says no city trading means if you take over a city, you wouldn't get it if peace was declared. Wait a minute. No city trading means if you take over a city, you wouldn't get it, so you don't keep it if peace is declared. Really?
That sounds
Ew,
quite
I don't
scary.
like that. Okay. Because it would be trading the city. Right, because when they do peace, there's you cede the city. You say, okay, you can have the city. So that makes sense. Ouch. No, please. No, thank you.
Hey, Zath, you might like this. Tonight we have little mini Hawaiian Philly cheesesteaks for dinner.
Yummy.
They just got brought to me.
And then if you look at the bottom for advanced options, you can set a maximum number of turns. We could say we only want to play for 100 turns. This could be fun if we know we've got something coming up that's going to prevent us from streaming the game for a bunch of weeks in a row. Like maybe, I don't know, whatever, right? So that might be kind of nice at some point. You can see that there's other options for barbarian tribes as well. And so instead of just regular and raging, you have a couple options as well. Right, exactly, Chinko. I like the idea of civilized barbarians because you don't have cavalry and naval tribes appearing before turn 15, and there's fewer camps overall. But, you know, I don't know.
May God have mercy on your soul.
Chinko says it should only be raging barbarians and 1v1 him.
True,
Okay.
Raging Barbarians and then zombie mode in addition, I guess.
Brains.
That sounds like fun.
All right, so do you guys have any questions, or do you want to start experimenting with this a little bit?
I
Let's
already
do
told you
it.
my thoughts on experimenting.
All right, Vicey, since you've been our historic host, are you okay with hosting the game that we will experiment?
Absolutely.
All right, so go ahead and host it, and then pick the options that you are most interested in, and then we'll take a look at it, okay?
I mean, I kind of followed along with what we all agreed upon, so wouldn't it be wiser to take a look at that as the primary, and then we can break it down and see if there's anything we want to change?
Fine with me.
It would just mean that's what you're preferring, essentially. Yeah.
Code is posted.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to hit the bathroom for a second. Back. No one runs faster. I'm going to answer your question in a minute once we get going, okay? No zombies? Fair enough. Did it hit me back? Of course. Of course. All right, so I'm going to write down the options that we are choosing. So we are doing on and no RNG. Make sure you do turn synchronization, right? So we all play at the same time. No, Pally. Just type in chat. You're good. Please, just type in chat. You're fine. And then turn timer. I can't remember. Are we able to change and modify that or no?
That would be further
Yes,
down.
I've got it. Sorry. Yes, I got it set for 60 seconds to start.
Okay. And then turn synchronization, it looks like it's off, so you gotta put that back on again. Now, map type. Do you guys want to just stay on the standard continents, or would you prefer a different map type?
I have a fairly huge preference for Pangea over continents, I think.
I'd like to be as far away from you guys as possible.
So islands.
Wouldn't that mean Terra then? Right.
Quick side note on the settings. It's set to simultaneous turns for the turn mode, so it won't
I see
allow
it.
me to mark turn synchronization, but it amounts to the same thing.
Right. Okay, perfect. And then as far as Terra is concerned, if I remember right, Terra is everybody starts on one continent and then there's another continent that's open. So probably not a good idea.
So Earth instead of Terra.
We play all kinds of different ones, Chinko. We've played on a bunch of different maps. I'd recommend we just do continents for right now and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, there's going to be 6 of us playing, correct?
I think so.
In
So,
the final game, I believe.
right. So do 1 tick smaller than small. I think it's tiny. Set for 4 players then?
There it is.
Okay. For resources, what did you guys... we did standard for resources, yeah? And then we're going to try abundant resources for strategic?
Yeah, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, starting era. Vices, change it to the information or whatever's the most, advanced era, just so we can see all the resources when we start. obviously, when we play our full game, we do Ancient Era. But I think you guys would all agree it's nice to get an idea of what resources there are around us to get a feel for it, right? You're disappointed in
Agreed,
non-continents? Fair enough, but foaming. Fair enough.
You said modern era?
Yeah, whatever the most recent or latest era is. Yeah, most advanced.
Most advanced is information. I'll grab that.
Okay. Now, Natural Wonders starts with Custom 32. I'm guessing that's a balancing thing, so just leave that for right now. We're going to do Impenetrable Ridges.
That was the mass consensus.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. The best ones for multiplayer are Seven Seas, Archipelago, Islands and Continents, and the last is always Pangea, because that is always a go-to for humans. Okay, thanks, Jinko. Now, I thought we also did, for World Age, didn't we usually keep that more to new? And then I think for Rainfall, we did wet. That's just what we've always done. Okay, and then we're going to keep the game modes off, or do you want to try doing... Oh, interesting, the Barbarians thing disappeared. Huh.
That and they're all grayed out for me.
Okay, no problem. We'll do GS balance for victory conditions. No surprise war. Uh-huh. I think everything else makes sense, and we're doing civilized barbarians. Aw. Pally, and Rusty, yes, it could be that the barbarians thing vanished because of the map size. I'll tell you, it could be that, or it could be the map itself, although it's weird to think that continents would make them vanish.
I would assume it has more to do with the size.
Yeah, or the era. It could be because of the information era.
Very true.
That's fine. It is what it is. We can make a note to try it when we do our full game and see what it is, right? Okay. Are you guys ready to go?
I am, for sure.
Now, I'm going to also hover over starting era selection.
Are you spectating, son?
Yeah, I want to try spectating and see what that is.
Right.
Yeah, it could be because we're starting information era. There are no barbarians. That's fine. Next time we can always try a different age or something. But yeah, I'd love to try it in with the spectator slot and see what this does. Sometimes they put other information. I like to watch.
Freaking voyeurs.
So, no one runs faster. So we have a setup right now. The people that are in our group, for one, we're all kind of friends. We know each other. And two, the idea is so that we are all streaming as well. So in theory, Sith Kitten, Vices,
in the palm of your hand.
and
Works for instantaneous.
and what's his name are also doing that. Oh, error starting games. Did you guys get an error too?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, you're loading up.
Now I got it.
Ditto.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to see if I can pull up my error log here. What's up, Gunslinger? Yeah, my thing says to see lua.log. Is that what you guys says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Affirmative, yes.
I tried disabling a couple of my own mods. Hopefully that did something.
Yeah, so everybody was supposed to have completely uninstalled any mods that are not from the group. So did you
are we
have
starting
some?
another one? Does Vice need to start another one?
Probably. So, Boostar, did you uninstall the other mods that you're not using, or did you just turn them off or something?
I tried to match the amount of mods to what I thought we were supposed to have. I guess I managed to leave in one or two extra. And so I now just went and disabled those.
Okay. In general, what I've heard is that it's best to just completely uninstall them. So disabling them for now is fine. We can try to figure out what's doing it.
Sorry, I had a quick distraction. I am back. What are we doing to fix this?
I tried disabling a couple of my mods. I think we're hoping that did something, I guess.
Yeah, because I shared the graphic, right, of the mods that you should have enabled, and only those should be enabled. You know, your Civ has no mods. Still stupid how to play the game. Yeah, well, it is what it is, you know.
Okay, so it's 227, not 169. Okay.
Yes, there's two
Okay,
different
yeah.
better balanced starts. That could very well be it right there.
I think I got the wrong one. Yeah. So hopefully that's good now.
Jinko, these are all the here. Let me drop. These are all the mods that are right now. You should be able to see them all. My camera might be blocking one or two. Is it? It's probably Boostar and something wrong on his end. So we're gonna figure it out. That's why we're doing the stream right now, is to figure this out. Yeah. So what you're not seeing is multiplayer helper 1.5.5 and map tax. Oh wait. Apparently I had map tax and detailed map tax on mine, so let me go turn mine off.
So we're turning both map tax and detailed map tax off. Is that what you're saying? Oh.
I have two of those. We want to just turn off the map tax. Detailed stays on because that's the most recent one.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so it's off on my workshop. It's just on in the game, so I have to go and load the game and turn it off maybe. No, don't blame me at all, Pally. It's not my fault. Might get a little loud for a second. Now, I should also be streaming this via YouTube. If you guys wouldn't mind, do me a favor and go find my YouTube channel, youtube.com/LordZath, and see if my stream is up. I'd very much love to know if that's the case. Whoops.
Let's go back. All right. So
I dropped the new room.
Thank you. Yeah, so there should only be, I think, 7 mods enabled, right? If you take a look at your mods. Hey, Joseph Hall.
I don't think I can see them from. Oh wait, maybe here. Hang on. No, I can't see them in the host screen, unfortunately.
Vices, I thought you. Hang on.
That's okay.
I'm confused because I see a lot enabled on here.
Vices, go ahead and go out of the host screen for a second, and then that way you guys can take a look together. But Kitten, if you uncheck official content for a second, it should only show community created content then, and there should be 7 there.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yes, there's 7.
Hey, Pally. Perfect.
That's why I was so confused because I saw the community official content and I'm like, there's so many.
Yeah, I tested this with my wife this afternoon before we got the stream started. I had her and I did the mod pack and stuff like that, so make sure it kind of worked. And our save game wasn't screwed up, so it's kind of nice.
Okay, so let me get into the new game.
Is it the same one you already put out, Vices?
No, he just yelled at me, no, use that code.
Okay, that's what I thought. And I tried doing a search for that Lua file and I couldn't find it at all. Yeah, there are features through BBG and BBS, or Better
New one's
Start,
in.
whatever it is. And those are the mods that CPL uses, so I would expect that it works just fine. But we'll have to see. I said it correctly? Cool. Been a while. On, no RNG, standard turn timer. Depends on the version you're using. And he had the wrong version installed. Who was that? That was Boostar. Said he had the wrong version installed. So it's possible that that's an issue as well. Screen looks strange, but you're loading it up and it will look on your end. Thank you, Chinko.
A world of information rests in the palm of your hand. And networks, for instance.
Yeah, I got the error again. Lua.log.
Means I'm probably gonna get it. Yep.
Just got it here.
I love how it says see Lua.log, but I couldn't find that. Unless it's IUA?
No, it's LUA. It's a type of file.
Right. Version of BBG.
Well then.
Five 5.7.0.
So now what do we want to try?
Well, I could always try not being a spectator and see if that works. But Boostar, you
Let's try
verified,
that.
you double checked your versions and everything is the correct version now?
Yeah, what version are we supposed to be on?
If you look at this at the screenshot I posted, those are the versions you should be on. So
Oh,
better
yeah,
balance.
the mods. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the versions of the mods you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So you should be 5.7.0 for better balanced game, right?
Yeah.
2.2.7 for balanced starts. We've got better report screen UI, and then 1.2.6 for better spectator mod. And then detailed map tax, extended policy cards, map. Hold on. Why is map tax showing up twice for me?
Yeah, there's detailed map tax and then map tax, and map tax should be disabled.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why my map tax was showing up as enabled. So I just disabled that in case that was my fault.
It probably was.
And then multiplayer helper 1.5.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Vices, did you create a new game already?
Just drop the code.
All right, thanks. I'll try joining as a spectator again. If that doesn't work, I'll join as a regular afterwards, okay? See if that's the problem. And this is why we're doing this tonight, right? So we can figure this stuff out.
Absolutely.
Also, kind of funny, Raptor is playing Mech Arena, according to Discord.
Oh,
I see
know,
why he didn't want to play
a while ago
tonight.
and yelled at him. The message went something like, hang on, I'll read a little bit to you. Give me a second. I see what you're playing. Oh, it started out with no fair in all caps, and he put a question mark. I go, I see what you're playing while we do this boring shit.
This isn't boring.
Not this part. The part earlier where we had it really felt like I was in class F.
Okay, sorry.
Don't get me wrong, like it was necessary, but it was so boring.
I thought that was fun because we get to talk through all the different changes and the options and stuff. But okay.
It was fascinating.
I think
A
what Kim
world of
is saying is she's a
information rests
doer,
in the
not a
palm of your
thinker.
hand,
Hmm.
and networks for instantaneous communication span.
Just got the error again.
Error.
All right. Create it again, Vices. I'll join as a player instead of a spectator, and let's see if we can get it to work that way.
And Zath, understand what we did was necessary, and I'm glad we did it. It was just so slow compared to getting a game going or what I'd been doing before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
I
kind of
understand.
sitting, listening.
Like I said, I got everything to work just fine with my wife tonight on the same mods, so that makes me think it's a spectator issue. But at the same time, I wonder how they can do all the CPL stuff if that's the case. And I was able to use map tax and that sort of thing.
New code
Yeah.
is dropped, FYI.
Yeah, BBG should be fine. I'm just gonna go random leader then and see what happens. Chinko, thanks for looking into this. Well, maybe I was Pally. And that's okay. I'm not anymore because I'm done with that shit. You hadn't upgraded yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, they just pinged everybody on the CPL Discord about that. Who knows? Maybe there's an issue with it, and we didn't know about that, right? Chinko is Civ VIP. Absolutely, Zand. Absolutely. Hopefully this time it doesn't give me Babylon again, because it keeps showing me Babylon before.
A world of information
Hey, not
rests in the
Babylon.
palm of your hand, and networks for instantaneous communication span the globe.
Appreciate that.
Yet a unified vision of our future has never been
Want to see
built.
Chinko going against
We
Raptor and smash
compete in
him?
technology,
That works.
culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly, and build a global community that can stand.
Okay, it spawned me into the game.
So what you're saying is it's all your fault.
So it's the spectator, which makes it a bit interesting. I wonder if 4 was too small. You know, this was too small of a map to spectate.
Oh, well,
Maybe.
I wouldn't have thought so. I would have maybe thought that one or more of us have a different version of the spectator one, even though it doesn't show, I guess. Maybe.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Like, when we look at our display for the exact mod, it might be that for the spectator one or more of us have what appears to be the same one, but it's a minutely different version or something like that, just for a spectator one.
Maybe, but in theory, we should all have the same spectator mod version.
Right.
Okay, but Chinko, I'm very confused. Why did this load us in with no spectator slots versus, you know what I mean, versus the other one? I'm hella confused. Ah, I'm being told that spectator needs to be the host, so maybe that's the problem. Okay, so I should have been hosting
that
if
would
I'm
be-
going to be spectator.
Yeah, that would do it.
Chinko, can there be 2 spectators though? Because I know one thing that Raptor and I were both thinking about doing was spectating a game together. Don't forget to try building a city or two with your settlers to start and get an idea of what the cities look like production-wise. You are not the spectator normally. Yes, you can have more than one spectator. Never see more than 2. Got it. Okay. Okay, so we can't have more than one spectator. I know when the Civilization group did their streams, they had they had 2 people spectating, if I remember right. So, okay. Just choose a random government, random policies. It really doesn't matter. My governor tiles were rearranged. Victor is at the front now. Weird. Yeah, I'm talking about Firaxis's games when they did their content creator clash thing event. Whatever. Damn. Chico says, don't use Firaxis as an example of what we can do in their own damn game. Fair enough. LOL. Oh, I found an impenetrable ridge next to me. Really, Pally? Interesting. It just seems different to me, but okay. A lot of times they... Ah, okay, gotcha. They're cheaters. That's true, because they're devs, so they have access to the dev console, right? Well, it shows you how often I pay attention to that, Pally, right at the start. Waiting on Sith Kitten. Wow, I was waiting for a bite me response.
Nope, too busy getting shit done.
Awesome. Meanwhile, I found a dong.
I mean, you finally found one?
How old are you again?
This volcano is labeled dong.
Erupting.
It's not erupting yet, it's a silent.
Just keep working at it, Zath. I'm sure you'll get it there.
I mean, we'll see what happens. My settlers are currently just stroking. I mean, going right past it. That's true, it is more than dong, but I'm just gonna start with dong because it says dong. It says Naiha, which... I don't know, is that what... Never mind, I don't want to go there. Family-friendly stream and all that.
Too late.
Yeah, it's Dong Naiha, right. Of the Bavi Mountains. Which reminds me. So, I figure we just play a few turns of this, get an idea for the lay of the land. What do you guys think of your starting location so far?
I'm happy.
Ditto.
Reasonably saucy.
I will say the impenetrable ridge is causing some problems. For me, at least. Yeah, it's a crap show, exactly. On the bright side, I've got plenty of resources. And a dong. Preslav. Oh, I found another dong. I've got 2 dongs. 2 dongs don't make a right.
That makes you a freak of nature.
Hmm. Foaming. Sorry, foaming. Love you. Zand's pointing out I already am a freak of nature. Thanks, Zand.
I mean...
When he's right, he's right.
Where are you going? Ah, okay. Apparently the concern is the fact that I keep discovering them as opposed to be how many I have. Got it. Foaming! Hey! Thanks for the sub, dude. I appreciate you, man. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. I'm gonna go settle on the desert hill, see what that's all about.
Foaming Jetty a subscription.
So when you do settle your cities, make sure you're paying attention to their base yield. Because, of course, that's part of the whole, like, balancing, rebalancing thing, right? So, try putting a city where you would put it, and try putting it where you wouldn't, and see what happens. Oh, and I found a hoe. I got a dong and a hoe.
I mean, you don't need much more after that.
No, right? Faux show.
Dong and a ho fo show.
Faux show. Faux shizzle. My rizzle.
I found a barbarian camp while scouting around with my settler.
Cool. Also rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Pally. Jesus. What was your... Would I sub? Wait, if you didn't like me, would you sub and give subs? That's true, Zand. That's true. Sorry, I missed that. I'm trying to, like, beat the turn timer, because it's a frickin' 60-second turn timer. I'm just gonna tell these guys to explore. Oh, wait. Zan, did you gift him a sub? You gifted... Okay. Okay, so here's the problem, Zan. I'm using an app, a new app that I'm looking into called, what's it called? Streamer.bot. And it didn't tell me that you gifted a sub. It just told me that he had subbed. So I apologize for that. I didn't see it.
Gilead off of the outskirts of Lysis.
So, yeah, the stream said it. I didn't hear it because that's another thing. That's OBS. Being OBS. But yeah, if I go to my Twitch side, it does show that you gifted Foaming Jetty a sub, so. That's right, Chris Vala. Time to use those Fabletics. Time to get some mappage.
Candy, so?
I'm sorry, what's up?
You found candy?
I did find candy, yes.
Got in there just before I did.
Cool. Asking chat what I'm thankful for is awkward. I just feel bad when notification appears you don't react in time. Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. I see, at least Foaming, you get that because you and I were both streamers. So, hashtag streamer life. Alright, so, has everybody had a chance to put all of their settlers down or no?
Wow, Zan gifted
No, but I got all but one.
subscription.
Yes.
Wow, Zan
Okay.
gifted a tier 1
I
sub
see
to
Boostar's
Chris
got a
Vala.
settler as
They
well.
have given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Were there 4 settlers? And so, yes.
Okay, yeah, you just put Ferris down, right?
Yeah.
Chris Vala, thank you for the sub, dude. Thank you so much. And I did see that one. Wait, that was also a gift sub. See, that's the thing. Like, if I look at this, it says that you subbed. But if I look up there, that's a gift sub from Zand. So, all announcements at once, yeah. Oh, well, at least you guys got to see Stevie. Okay, so take a look at your cities. I know mine. I've got one that's giving me 2 gold, but the other ones, I've got one that's 3 food and 1 production. All the other 2 are 2 food, 2 production, and one is 2 food, 2 production, and 2 gold because I founded my city on top of copper. You blame TTS, yeah, because it goes wow instead of Wowzan. It goes wow. Yeah, I'm with you there on that one, foaming. You are capable of impressing a bot. That's interesting. Yes, Chinko, exactly. Now, I did found a city on Desert Hills, and that also, as Chinko points out, gave me 2 food and 2 production. Are you guys feeling the same way on your ends?
Both of my cities are kicking out 2 food, 2 production as well.
You only have 2 cities?
The third one's about to set down.
Don't you start with 4 settlers?
One of them got captured.
Okay. Kitten, how about you?
I don't know. I have 51.1 gold coming in. I'm doing something right.
No, if you look at your city centers, what I'm talking about, what we're discussing here is the food and production in your city centers. What's close? What do you mean someone's gonna die? And yeah, Zan, you
My
did good
first
there.
city center has three food, 2 gold, and 2 gold, 3 food, 4 production, and 3 oil per turn.
What the hell? What did you settle
That's
on?
my capital.
Oil?
On oil.
Damn. Okay. What about your other city centers?
This one is 3 food, 1 production. And this one's 2 food, 2 production.
Okay. So pretty much four bonuses unless you settle on a resource.
Correct.
Okay. Boostar, how about you, sir?
I have 2 2s and 2 3 1s.
Got it. Okay. So that seems to be working okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Do you guys want to tweak anything in the settings? Free glow sticks. Yes. Well, okay, turn timers should be an obvious, but what else?
I'm sorry, Booster. I stepped on you. Please say again.
Yeah, no, for like next time, I guess we're saying.
Yeah, like what would you
Yeah,
like
the
to
next
change,
time.
if anything?
Right, okay.
Green. Zand, were you, or sorry, Boostar, were you talking there?
Nope.
Kitten, Vices, anything you'd like to change up? Pally,
This
feel
feels
free to
pretty
chime in
fluid
too.
To me, like other than like I said, the turn timer. Of course, it would take me. I would imagine several turns.
Sorry, say it again. You cut off. Pisces, are you there?
So, which map setting was this again?
Well, Chinko, that was automatically put in. Now, we try to be a little bit more relaxed when we do our games so that we can talk to chat and that sort of thing. I realize that a lot of the CPL people go really fast, which is fine if you're only focusing on stuff. Did we lose Vices?
No, I'm here. Why?
Oh, you cut out for a little bit and we didn't hear from you, so just want to make sure. You were saying besides the turn timer, anything else you would like to change up?
No, I said everything looked good besides just the turn timer that I said. It feels very fluid.
Okay. So, are you guys cool if we go back and start another game? At this point.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna host this time so that I can be spectator as well and try that functionality out. So just give me one moment. You guys liked having things on and then no RNG. For resources, you guys liked having abundant instead of just instead of anything else, right?
Abundant for strategic, yeah, I think. Yeah.
And you liked impenetrable ridges? Genius turns. Formation. Let's try. Is there a different map type that you guys would like to try? What do we just do? Continents, I think, right?
Yeah, we were on continents.
If we did do continents, then I've already said that I prefer Pangea to continents. But
We can try a Pangea and see what that's like.
What about inland sea? Wouldn't that put us on a ring outside of it?
Correct. You want to try that?
I'd like to see it, but that's just one.
Well, let's do it. I mean, this is practice. This is just messing around. So this is a good time to try stuff, right?
Fair enough.
There's also, I forgot to highlight, there's also natural wonders density. So you can change that so that there's more than standard. One, basically for us on a tiny map, there'd be one more natural wonder than normal. What do you mean, what's the mod that we're using for this game in general, Chinko? World age, new. Almost ready. Okay. So we've got the CPL mods, and then we're using on top of that the detailed map tax mod. I think that's the only one that we've added that is not standard CPL fare. Give me a second. We've got better balanced game, better balanced starts, better spectator, better report screen, detailed map text, extended policy cards, multiplayer helper. Dinner's here. All right, enjoy filming. Thanks for sticking around and saying hi. I understand as a way to ensure a later game finish, and I know you guys are looking at doing things differently. Also, I don't actually play in CPL. I play in the AI-based Civ players instead of human. While we do have multiplayer matches, Let's see if this works. PPL's different level and monster, but we also run with 60-second turn time. We're doing multiplayer to get to the end
Access
game before
crossed.
the end of stream. Makes sense. Yeah, if you're trying to do a 4 to 5 hour stream, that makes perfect sense. That screen is
World of
different now.
information rests
Okay.
in the palm of your hand. And networks for instantaneous communication span the globe. Yet a unified vision of our future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Leaders.
Hey, it loaded me in.
Huzzah.
I'm spectating.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty voyeur.
Now, one interesting thing about the spectating here is that that I think that means that there's only 3 people playing this game, which could have an impact, kind of unbalancing the system. Now, if Raptor and I are both spectating a game, that's probably not as big of a deal. Something you may want to look into: assist mods we use only help the player and don't change the gameplay at all. Yeah, we do have extended policy cards. That was one of them, because it helps us understand what yeah, extended policy cards. We have that one. Yep. Spectacled spectator, that's right. Now, it says I can click. Okay. This is really cool. I can click on somebody. I can see exactly what you guys are all researching right now. I can click on any of your icons and see what's going on. Wow.
I got air score for meeting you, by the way, Zath.
Wait, you met me?
It's what it said. Meeting the civilization of Spectator.
Yeah, we all did that, didn't we?
I believe so.
Close enough? Yeah.
Now, when I saw Firaxis doing this, and I know Chinko warned me not to base things off of Firaxis, but when I saw them doing it, they were playing on like multiplayer specific maps, like, you know, five arms or something, and basically, you know, that way that land doesn't show up.
Gotcha.
So interesting. Wait a minute. Okay, so my Civ is Babylon, right?
No, I'm
Pisces-
Babylon.
Oh, you are. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, because it showed me in the loading screen as Babylon. Vices hasn't even set a city yet. What?
I didn't like the place where it set my settler.
Ah, okay. You're right. I was Gilgamesh.
So
Apologies.
you do have our amount of civics and technology, apparently, so...
Spectator's always
But no.
Gilga, bro. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
You appear to have our score for civics and technology, but no score for anything else.
I see that. Yeah. I know 60 techs and 48 civics, and that's it. Kitten is already starting with a commercial hub. Why did you start with a commercial hub for your open?
Because I
Kitten?
really don't care right now. I'm just kind of doing stuff. Since we're
And
just
that's-
going to restart another one.
And that's perfectly fair. I'm just doing what I would be doing as a spectator if you guys were in
Oh,
the
I
same
know.
voice.
I know. I'm just giving you, you know, my only answer I can give.
Yeah, the typical Sith Kitten answer. Eat shit and die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you know.
Gotta keep it real and consistent.
Truth is the truth.
That's right. Boostar's got a lot of food by him.
I do like some wheat. Wheat
Yeah,
is neat.
not a lot of food. Just the fishies. Horsey's nearby, but aluminum. Yeah, it is kind of an oofish start, especially because most likely I would expect Kitten to have dropped a harbor right here, because then you get the bonus with the fish, and then you get the bonus from the commercial hub on top of that. That'd be fun. I agree, Chinko. I was going to mention that too. I'm surprised. Boostar, why did you settle there instead of like one on the coast?
Well, the coast would lose me a whole lot more tiles to work. Yeah.
Okay. You also
Are
have the
you
capacity
looking-
for super farm now, I suppose.
Mm. Yeah, maybe I should have settled one tile over to the west, I guess. But, oh, man.
Yeah, she's not able to now because she's got the tech,
I
so she
have
can't
a-
settle
I'm
on
at
top
the
of
war
it.
now as well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vices is still off in search of a home.
I'm almost
All his
there.
RVs are off, just going into the distance.
Just rolling around.
I mean, you did start on a
RV.
river. Not a lot of mountain ridges here, though, on this map. I did this... So, a side note, I played this map with my wife. She was not a fan of this map.
Too many ridges, or
No, it's more just that because if you look at... Well, you guys can't see it. I can see it. But the way it works is you get a very narrow strip of land that you can actually build cities on. You can kind of see it now, Boostar, for you, right? Like, if you build on Marrowy, then you have, like, one more spot, but you're running into Tundra already, yeah?
well, Tundra's cool though. Is
uh-huh.
have you influenced
Hey, Archimeli.
Lahore? Does it stay? Have you gone and done that, or is stuff going on?
I haven't touched Lahore, and I can't.
Yeah, he's married.
That's right.
Because it says to me, envoys influenced by civilization. Lord South won when I click on Lahore.
I love the fact that Lahore is building a neighborhood, too, because they're running low on population. Apparently, they're starving. Yeah, I have no influence on any of these.
It's weird that it's telling me that, man.
Archimeli, we got our game going, and we're trying this stuff out and seeing how it works, you know? Spectator will always have influence, but they can't give out envoys. That makes sense, right? Because technically, we'll have a government and stuff like that, so... Okay.
So we'll see you with one envoy in each city-state then, I guess? Something like that?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's normal, so get over it, is what Chinko's saying.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell is this? We've got a river. We got a river to the south. You guys can't see it. It flows, and then it goes into the inland sea, and then there's another river that just randomly is like, okay, I'm just going to start here. That's hella weird. Normally, rivers start in hills or mountains. Hey, Vicey's found some cities. Welcome to Civ6, right? Vicey's, I'm surprised you didn't settle all around that natural wonder, because that's kind of a sexy natural wonder.
Chorgo?
Pipio Patahi.
My favorite.
Oh, I see it there. I've got one headed that way.
otherwise known as the clit.
Well then.
That's what Chad is telling me. I okay, can't unsee it.
That escalated quickly.
I need more rum.
Me too.
All right, I will be right back and go get some more. That's the natural wonder right here.
Some too, or
In a couple months I can.
oh, if you insist. Paused at the request of Kitten since Sath is away and now she is going to be as well. Just so no one is surprised.
Oh, hello there, Mongolia.
All right, Joel, I'm back. Yes, I did go for some dirty water. Well, what happened?
You were away and Kitten had to step away, so she requested a pause.
Oh, okay, for just a few minutes and then she'll come back. Got it.
Precisely.
And totally not a problem. I mean, this isn't a competitive thing, so it really doesn't matter one way or another. So
I mean, I'm competitive about just about everything.
I know. Vices, you've got uranium near your city.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
So the reason I'm looking is because one of the options we talked about was that guaranteed all those strategics within 5 tiles. Like I'm looking at Boostar right now. Boostar, you have uranium. You see it, don't you? He's got uranium, but it's pretty far away from his starting location.
It's north of Kerma, you mean?
There's one north of Kerma. There's one also by your machine gunner that is all the way to the east of Kerma.
Yeah. I just don't have a settler going for that.
Right, but I'm so you know, part of the reason we're doing this is to kind of get an idea of the map scripts and get an idea of what we would prefer. And Zan's pointing out, we see uranium, but it's not under a national park. That is unfortunate, and I'm still laughing because of Raptor's folly from that one. But anyways,
That sounds like a massive buff to Raptor. Please,
sounds like a him
please
problem. Aw, look at you requesting the Civ song. But anyway, and then now Kitten actually has a couple sources of uranium by her. So I guess the question is, are you guys kind of happy with that arrangement, having a slight disparity on uranium here?
So personally, for me, the only way to go with strategic resource option is to go even more extreme, to full whack and have even more of them. But if
Well,
that's
there's-
not something that everyone else likes, then this is a good option instead. I would say.
Yeah, the only one was the guaranteed one, so that you'd have all of those different uraniums within, I think it was five tiles of your start location, right?
My understanding is that we're now on the 20% one, and that there was a 50% one, or is this the 50% one?
This is the
This is
20%. And yes, there is a 50% option.
Yeah. So I'm saying my preference is for the 50, but if other people aren't with that, then this is a good replacement instead, is what my opinion is.
I mean, we've got the time. I would very much love to try a guaranteed and see what that looks like.
Yeah. Seth, I also said that my preference with regards to the city center thing is full max, and we're now on the middle of the options, right?
Oh, you're talking about
The no RNG.
right.
Versus, yeah. So there's that as well.
Okay. Chinko says you guys don't want to fight over strategic. So something about us, Chinko, right now is we're generally pretty relaxed. And one thing that really frustrates the hell out of us is when some of us, Raptor, sorry, excuse me, I have something in my throat, don't have access to uranium because they throw national parks over them. Then they get really upset. I also in a game didn't have uranium because one of them was in Pally's civilization. I didn't want to go to war with him. Another was in Sithkin's, and I didn't want to go to war with her. So
Yeah, that's the main problem, I think, really, is we have a lobby where some of us are a lot better at defending ourselves than others. And so
Right.
having to smash people to have even the chance of having even one source is not great. I can very happily fight in order to have 6 sources instead of 3, or 4
Right.
sources instead of 2, but not even getting one level is a little extreme.
I mean, and personally for me, nothing is more frustrating than not having coal. Like that's the one resource I absolutely want to have. Oil is nice too, but coal I think it comes at a time when I just really want, to be able to start industrializing if that's the way I'm at,
I mean, I don't really have any choice other than to have uranium because of how things work, but that's mostly because people decide to nuke me. So,
Well,
yeah.
some people might say that you earned that privilege,
Hey,
but
the only reason you and I were at war last time was because you and Pally were allies.
I mean, you didn't actually nuke me though, despite directly threatening me to do. So,
Oh, I was doing rattlesnake death strikes at that point. I was just threatening everybody.
amazing. Yeah, in terms of where there is to coal, I have a bit of a trouble being incredibly enthusiastic about it just because they're using coal for power pollutes so incredibly much.
I'm always on a dead push for nuclear, especially when I play Korea, because you can bypass coal and oil completely.
And just go for that nuclear power. Yeah.
Yeah, they grow so much science so quickly with those. What do you call them?
Districts, cell ones.
Yeah, the cell ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Chinko brings up too. Maybe the map script is set for a later or modern start with the amount of aluminum and oil and coal and uranium that we're seeing nearby. Whereas ancient era, if you look at like horses, for example, and iron, they're kind of more spread out. One reason I want to test out that map script, and then we can also try it in Ancient Start and see what it's like.
Fair enough.
I was also thinking
Ancient.
if other people want to see what it's like to do the spectator thing, I don't mind like playing and having somebody else host and be spectator just to see what the view looks like, because it's kind of fun.
So you want me to try to host? Is that what you're saying?
If you would like to see what spectating looks like, you're welcome to. I don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can even try having 2 spectators, you and one other person, if they, you know. And then the nice thing about that is you get a better view of the overall land, right? You see the whole freaking map.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to spectate if we're trying to do the ancient era one instead. Yeah.
Well, the way I see it is we got 2 more games we could try, maybe 3. I'd love to try the guaranteed for strategics. And I'd love to try that at both modern and ancient and see if there's a difference there, like a perceived difference. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, Pally's reminding us too to check and see if that's what's affecting the barbarian clans option too.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we go back to the main menu? Kitten can join us in progress. You know, but Boostar, you can start setting the game up that way. Does that work?
No, we do the one for the info or atomic era first, and then the ancient one, right?
Yes. We're going to do at least 2 more here, maybe 3. We'll see. So yeah, go to multiplayer. Do you have a lot of experience creating a multiplayer game or no?
Not a huge amount.
Okay, so I'll walk you through it then. So go to multiplayer and then PC Unified Play. It's going to take you to multiplayer game setup, right?
Yeah, my machine is still working.
Sorry,
Great
guys. I'm
game,
back.
yeah.
It's fine, kitten. We're going to try another game now. And you said you wanted to try the maximum city center yield, right? And see what that's like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so affected city centers on city center yields maximum, right?
Maximum simultaneous turns.
Yep, turn timer off, or standard turn timer, and then set 60 for the turn time. Start era will be information. What did you guys think of that inland sea map?
So
I didn't get to see a lot of it.
I wanted to try to spectate the ancient era one. Is that okay?
Well, you can spectate both, is what I'm saying. I don't really care.
Oh, okay. Okay. So info then.
Yeah, so start in the info era. We're having Boostar create a game now, Kitten, so he can spectate. And if either you or
Okay.
Vices would like to try spectating as well, so you can see the map that generates, by all means, that's fine.
I was going to jump on that grenade and see if I could do the spectate as well and double it up.
Sure, and then Kitten can spectate the next one afterwards. That's fine, if she wants. So for map, try doing 7 Cs. Are you okay doing 7 Cs? We can see what that looks like. Chinko mentioned that was a
Yeah.
common one.
We want to try the 7Cs.
Yeah, and then tiny for size.
If I can find it, though.
It's towards the middle, upper middle. Should be 8th from the top.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, map size tiny. Resources.
Spawn. You wanted spawn guaranteed, yeah?
Yes, for strategic. Spawn guaranteed. I think we had standard
Okay.
resources. Natural Wonders was standard. World Age we changed to new. Ridges. Are you guys still okay with impenetrable, or do you want to do something different?
We can try large opening, you know? Yeah.
Let's try large opening. Let's see what that looks like. Sure.
Yeah, I set it to old as well.
World Age should be new, not old.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it gives you more hills for better production, and then wet for rainfall.
Yeah.
Um, I think we had balanced start position before, right? Or do we have something different?
Presumably I had balanced.
That's true. That's true, Chinko. Okay. And then we had oh, Barbarian Clans shows up now. So it might be map dependent.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
Do you see Barbarian Clans? It's a game mode.
Yeah.
You do. Okay. So check that, and I mean, it really doesn't matter. For victory conditions, GS balanced. Again, that doesn't matter for right now. No surprise war under trading and diplomacy options. And then set the barbarian tribes at the very bottom to civilized, and then confirm settings.
Civilized is a.
Okay. And then once you confirm settings, it'll take you to the game lobby, and it'll have a code that you click on, and that'll copy to your clipboard and paste it in our little group chat. Okay.
The copying won't help me, but yeah.
In theory, Chinko, at least for this one, we should be able to see how everything looks. All right, we got our join code. So that didn't work. There we go. Awesome. Okay, I'm in. Chinko, do you remember, besides the first slot, a second person can spectate, but it can be any other slot, right? It doesn't have to be the second slot?
I'm seeing error under Civ6.
Needs to be the second slot. Okay, so Vices, you want to spectate, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to leave the game. You should have the ability to click on swap in my slot. You need to move to my slot to be the spectator, okay?
Okay, look, I'm already there. You can come back in. But now it shows everybody but me disconnected.
To me, it's me, Sithkitten, and Seth, and I don't have Vices.
Yeah, it shows random leader for Vices. So Vices, leave and come back. And let's see if that works.
That's what I was just working on.
If you have friends with the person who's hosting, you can also join. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Do I need to accept a request?
Accept what request?
No, it's fine now. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So the Vices hit ready, and we're good to go.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, yeah. Chinko's pointing out if we want 2 spectators, you could invite the second person to come in. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's handy.
You don't need a backup if you're trying to choose slot order.
Fair
Really?
enough.
Huh. Good to know. Good to know.
A world of information rests in the palm of your hand, and networks for instantaneous communication span the globe.
Yeesh, Persia.
The unified
Interesting.
vision of our future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet.
The graphic is giving me a duel kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Sith Kitten versus Sam.
Right?
The two of you against each other.
Round 1, fight!
Yeah, exactly. Mortal Kombat. Go, go, go.
So, spectators, you should be seeing a whole lot of different things. Check one more thing, which will help you ensure you have good connections to begin with. Yeah, the MS, and I wasn't sure where to look for that.
Yeah, it seems quite a few of the city-states made it in. Just
Yeah, there are definitely several.
So take a look at the map, Mr. Spectators, and, you know, look at the resources in the general area. Now, I'm looking at mine. I've got oil. I don't see coal, and I do not see uranium within 5 tiles of my starting spot. But some part is... Nope, I see uranium.
I only see aluminum and coal. I see coal. Okay.
I don't see coal
Yes,
yet.
You have coal nearby also. You just haven't spotted it yet.
Adonde? Also, when we're first loading in, we want to make sure everybody is in before anybody starts moving around. Interesting. We never really did that before, Jinko. We just kind of started going.
And Kitten's got all of the resources as well.
Okay.
so with this whole wet setting, wetlands, did that mean something like more forest?
More
With
forests, more
rainforests, I
jungles,
guess?
yes. Which is nice because it gives you
Yeah.
more things you can chop, right? So it gives
Well-
you boost to population and production.
I mean, that's neat, and that speeds the game up and makes your shot a little more powerful. Now,
Yes,
but
exactly.
The thing is, it's also at the same time serves to be a pretty huge thing for whoever decides not to chop down their forests and instead do preserves. So it's kind of a significant buff to preserves as well, I think.
If you're playing that part, I suppose so. I didn't consider that, but yeah.
That's what I can see now that I'm doing observe it. Is it seems like that to me, but we'll have to see. Obviously, when playing it, but yeah. So, Seth, you're not seeing a volcano. Yes, you are seeing a volcano, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, I see Mount Saliban. Oh, another source of uranium near me. That's cute.
Yeah, there's
Don't-
a source of uranium right by the barbarians.
Yep, and don't forget when you're founding cities to try founding them on luxury resources and stuff to see what they do for your city whatchamacallits, yields. Like for example, founding on top of stone did absolutely nothing for me.
Sith Kitten, are you able to try to found on top of one of the geothermal fissures if you can do that?
Cause desyncs.
I don't know. I'm looking. Give me a minute.
It's the volcano to the south of Cairo has 2 to 3 tiles south of that. There should be some fissures.
Ah, okay. So Chinko says what they usually do is everybody puts a plus in the chat when they get into the game, and once all parties have said plus in chat, and so then somebody says go, and then they can go and play their turn. Interesting.
I don't think I've ever seen the Gobustan thing ever before. It's here and it's very interesting.
Isn't spectating fun?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, I mean, you can see everything that's going on. You can take the time to be like, yo, Zath, why did you put your city there?
Also, Tararuga is making a medic.
Oh, there's aluminum. Okay, so aluminum's a little far away from where I started and spawned, but really, every other resource is nearby. I really like this. Right, Jinko. That's true. But I could have sworn that you got... Oh, because it's a bonus resource, not a luxury. Is that what you're saying? I could have sworn you got something extra from that, but I could be wrong. Stone is able... Oh, okay, so because it can be taken
this is
away.
The 7 Seas one, yeah? From the
Yeah, so...
players here, how does it appear to feel?
So, you know, you and Vicey should be looking at the map as a whole and kind of saying whether or not you like it or not. You know, like... Way envoy.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Isis, but I am absolutely fascinated by it. Yeah.
It is quite fascinating. It puts us all on the same
Thank you, Jinko. Good to know.
field, but yet it leaves us enough to kind of zip around in between, I think.
Yeah, it's like a Pangea-ish kind of thing, but with massive amounts of pretty significantly sized lakes.
Okay.
That are basically very small oceans, all over here, and a bit of there, and a bit of there, and a bit of there.
Yeah, like I've got the Caspian Sea next to me, for example.
Yeah, right north of Mashhad and Susa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's moderately sized, and that goes up into the ice, which you're scouting with your spec ops. But from 5 tiles, I guess, east of Susa, there's another body of water, and you can travel along that all the way over to just by Hatin, the long way around, I guess.
I don't see Susa yet. I see Rapa Nui.
Susa
So what
is
you
one of
around
your
for?
cities.
It's your northeastern one, Zath.
Okay. Jinko, you're always welcome to hang out, by the way. Like... Oh, my city, Susa. I thought you were talking about a... I thought you were talking about a city-state. So
No,
what...
Susa and I... Go ahead.
What were you saying now is up by Susa?
There's a body of water 5 or 4 tiles east of Susa. 2 tiles by the forest by its border with a pasture there. It starts water, and then you can sail that body of water by Cardiff, the city-state, through more and more little ocean, and all the way to 3 tiles off of one of Sid Kitten's cities.
Oh, okay.
By sailing the long way around. So we don't get the real oceans, but it's a weird kind of almost kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly the passages aren't that extensive. But yeah.
Okay. Kitten, how are you feeling about this map script?
So far, it's fine.
Okay. Now, one of the other things we changed was we had open ridges. Are you guys seeing that more? Like, you don't have as many mountain ranges that are, like, all in line?
Yeah, I don't really have any.
Yes, Jinko, right,
Yeah, all
yes.
the mountains are fairly short and small.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
like mountain ridges, but with 1 or 2 or even 3 grasslands or hills in between each mountain, like thing.
Okay. Wow, that's fun. That's what she said. You know,
So it's
right?
like one or 2 mountain tiles is attempting to be a ridge almost.
So basically, when we do this, there's more openings for you to get people around. But there's also, I guess you could think of this way too. There's more hills and places where you can place your districts that depend on mountains, right? Like your universities and your holy sites, right?
Indeed.
These mountains and volcanoes and that kind of thing, they're more distributed, I think.
Right.
Is the thing, rather than clumped up together and there's a whole lot of them, but not as well distributed.
Right. Whereas the ridges... Go ahead.
What I'm really fascinated to think about is how seven seas, with those lakes and seas and going around about, would work together with the total barrier, the no entry or something. Because presumably you'd have seas trying to go through mountain chains or something, which would be really weird. I don't know.
Okay, sure. So we could try that next when we do ancient, and I think you guys like the idea of guaranteed standard strategic, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Guaranteed is not a preference for me, but yeah, I've been over that already. But
I like it just because then I don't have to fight over it. And assuming I don't national park over it, I can access it. Right, yeah. So what I'd love to do is now let's go back to the main menu and try this out with the ancient setup. Kitten, do you want to spectate or no?
No, that's even slower. I'm not big on watching. I'm a doer.
That's fine. Okay. Vices, if you don't mind, I'd love to spectate the ancient one and get an idea of how it looks different. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I expected as much.
Okay, and then if we get enough time, we can do another one and try to look at that. So I'm going to set this next game up. Just give me a moment, please. Did we like the maximum city center yields? I thought that looked very interesting.
I guess that question would kind of come out of you and Kit, and you guys would have been the ones to see the most results out of it.
I thought it was interesting. Like I settled on oil, and holy hell, did that have an impact. Everything else, it was pretty much whatever.
Fair enough. I'd be willing to give it a try.
I'm good with whatever.
Okay, I'm going to put it on again, and then you and Kitten can both try it out. And then Boostar, if you want to obviously spectate this, you can too, okay?
yeah, did you want to invite me into it?
No, I'll post it and just let's wait for Boostar to say he's in before the other two join, and that should fix it.
Yeah, I just joined first.
I'm going to try Impenetrable and see what that looks like with 7 Cs. That might be interesting.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, right, Chinko, because everybody's changing it around. I agree there. Okay, just a couple more moments and I'll have it all set up.
Starting timer now.
Thanks. Surprise war. You can change. Oh, okay. Well, that's true. All right. Chinko says that the order of players can be changed. I'm not sure how though. Anyway, post it now, Boostar.
I'm in.
All right, rest of y'all come on in. Yeah, please do, Chinko. Ah, I see it. I see it. I see it right there. Yeah. What's up, M Captain? So you can change slots. You don't have to worry about join order. Actually, Kitten and Vices, you can try this real quick if you want. Kitten, go click underneath Vices. It says swap to this player slot only if the other player chooses to swap. Go ahead and click that. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're just messing around with
I
stuff.
can't. He's already readied up.
Oh, yeah, he's got it
that's
on ready.
ready.
Now,
I tried,
where do you...
nothing happened.
Okay, now it
There
says...
you go.
Perfect. Cool. All right. So now Kitten's on top. Anyway,
Anyway, indeed.
is there a
Smile.
way that we can see the pings and stuff before we get started? I thought there was a way to do that.
So you
Zan
mouse
says-
over the red and green thing, right?
Top left green circle. Ah, okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
mouse over the circle.
So this is something else that they said is you always mouse over that before you start the game, and if it's 0, then that person needs to reconnect. It needs to be higher than 0. Okay, well, let's get the show on the road. Let's see what this looks like with Impenetrable. Rages. Zand wants you to know you should always be on top, Kitten.
Good to know.
I'm just
I
relaying.
won't argue with this.
Telling you, it might break a couple people.
From the
Death by
first
snoo snoo.
stirrings of life beneath water to the great beasts of the Stone Age.
I'm
to
willing
man
to go out
taking
that
his
way.
first
Just
upright
FYI.
steps.
Me too.
You have come far.
Did you see?
Now begins
I
your
love when they
greatest quest.
scroll over to all the skeletons.
From
Some of
this
them like have their
early
hands
cradle of
behind their heads, like they're just really
civilization
enjoying it as their
towards the
pelvises are all
stars.
smashed.
I'm telling you.
All right, here we go. 7 Cs. Wow. Badass Rockets with the raid. Welcome on in, dude.
Oh, that's interesting how those ridges form. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Some of them are very
kinda-
like the one south of Sith Kitten. Like look at that ridge. That's pain right there. You see that?
Oh, on the other side of Lago Bay, you mean?
Yes, to the south of Lago Bay.
That one is an interesting one with 2 volcanoes.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Vices enters plus. I'm putting plus in. You two put plus in so that we know we can go.
I mean, tell you, with a couple canal cities
right.
here,
Everybody go.
you could
Couple
settle
what?
a lot of weird places. If you settled a few canal cities on this one, you could sail some weird places.
Oh, I'm seeing some great places for canals and the Panama Canal at that.
Yeah.
So, most of you guys can't see this. Boostar, I don't know about you. I'm kind of liking the ridges, just the impenetrable ridges, because it gives you more options for like 3 mountain, 4 mountain surrounds of districts.
I have to say, I don't really like that setting, but I like that I like what that does specifically to this map. I
Yeah.
have to say.
Well, like for example, again, that range south of Lago Bay, or Ago Bay, like, I mean, that's a +4 for science or faith, isn't it?
Look at the
Yeah.
little fidget spinner mountain range between Candy and Singapore, though. You could fit a couple, maybe in 3 cities in there with some really neat surrounds in there, right?
Oh, yeah, I see a +4 right there for a campus, and that, by the way, is on hills. So if you're playing as Korea, that's even sexier. Yeah, you get a little taste of everything.
Yeah, this map setting is fascinating. It's really weird and funky, but it sure is fascinating.
Right. Now let's look at strategic resources by the start of each place. I mean, or sorry, go ahead. What were you gonna say first?
I just saw Sith Kitten, I guess, settled on luxury, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, I can
On
see that in
chocolate.
the. Oh, nice!
Look at all those bonuses.
Three gold,
Yeah, that-
3 food, 1 production.
Jinko, what's AU mean?
In stark contrast to Nidaro's 2-2.
I don't know all the
Once I
lingo
get done with
policies.
sailing and switch over to irrigation, that's going to change though. I have
Uh-oh.
something I settled on.
Oh, Australia, because it's a
Oh.
breathtaking tile.
Oh. Well, you have 3 fish by your capital. No, 4 fish by your capital at least.
You're talking about that one.
Yeah, I got several fish, but I also settled on top
Spot
of
here.
bananas. So
Yeah. Gotcha.
I just
Yeah,
need the right tech.
I'm used to
that
it being
doesn't show to
AUS.
me, Oh yeah, no, it does. It requires irrigation. Yeah.
So let's look at strategics for a second. I'm looking over at Nidaros. And I feel like,
Yeah, the
okay,
iron.
I see iron, I see uranium, I see niter. I do, oil's a little bit of a stretch. It is within 5, so there you go. Oil's within 5. And what about
Coal,
aluminum
please?
and coal?
No, I don't see aluminum. I do see coal, but I don't see aluminum.
Where's the coal for him?
It's.
I see it. Never mind. I see it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4, 5 north, east. I guess.
Now, something I notice is that searching for things don't work. Yeah, Jinko is pointing out too. Yeah, okay, just making sure. So we don't
So
We don't see-
servers can't search them. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I don't see aluminum by Nidaros at all.
No, I don't. Is there any oil by Tokyo? Yeah, it's quite a while. It's quite a bit away to the west that there is oil.
Yeah. Kitten, did you settle in that spot where you spawned, or did you move your settler?
I moved over 1, I think.
Okay, it's still within 5 tiles of first spawn of Tokyo right now, so that's okay. And she's got uranium actually right under that slinger.
Uranium and aluminum, not too far. We're going not too far then.
I don't see aluminum. Oh, I see it. I see it next to the niter.
Just, yeah.
And she's got coal too, so she's probably got a little bit of a sexier start with iron next to Tokyo.
Well, there is the maritime theme with devices though, because he has coastal bias Civ, right?
Yep.
So his
Correct.
start will have been tilted more towards the maritime kind of thing. And holy hell, the places that Vices can sail from where
I
he's
know.
at.
Right? Like, that's a large part of this map.
Hell yeah.
And let's not discount Kitten can sail through a large part of this map too. Kitten, where did you start your city or your settler, by the way? Was it on the hills where the mine is right now?
Yeah.
The grassland hills with the mine.
Oh, okay, so it's by Lago Bay.
I'm surprised you moved your settler on top of the whatchamacallit. Why did you do
I
that?
wanted to see what it would do.
Chocolate.
Oh,
on top
okay,
of
that's
chocolate.
fair.
Yeah, well,
That's fair.
it was to see what, yeah.
Because I would have settled in place on that hill because then you've got the canal to the lake. But to see what it does, I appreciate that because I mean that's what we're trying to do. We're all about experimenting here. Okay. So,
I'm just fascinated what this whole max setting does to settling geothermal fissures. That's the one thing I haven't understood yet.
can you actually settle on geothermal fissure? I didn't think you could.
You can? Well then.
I don't recall. I don't know if I've ever tried it. Chinko says yes, you can. Okay. Can both of you guys like try to beeline a settler?
To where?
We'll explain in a sec. Let me try to find one.
I have 2 turns till I have one available.
Excellent.
I have
Okay.
one right now. I say to know where you want it.
I'm trying to find a geothermal fissure. I don't see any geothermal fissures by Kitten.
No, it's way up. I think.
Way up. You saw one?
Like there's a geothermal fishery south of Granada, but it's so far south. That's just unrealistic.
Granada. Okay. Do you see any geothermals by Vices? Ah, okay. They're by the continent splits. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh, you're right. They are by the continent splits. Okay. So, Kitten, due north. Move directly north if you could. Kitten can actually get to that
10-4?
one. Make sure you bring the slinger with just to keep it alive in case. And then Vices. Let's see where Vices. Oh, I see. There's a barbarian encampment by it, Vices, but I see one. It's gonna take a while to get there, though. I don't know that it's worth investing the time to make a city, like to get there to try it out. No,
Well, you
Kitten's
could
not
just
gonna be able to
say-
get there because of that one mountain anyway.
I mean, Vices could just sail it onto the fishery.
He could. He could. So, let's talk about the changes in the settings. Do we like? It sounds like we like impenetrable ridges, giggity, and we like 7 Cs for the map.
Yeah, I like that.
I think
Kitten, Boostar?
beware with regards to naval combat that it's gonna be weird. You don't necessarily have an ocean in the same sense that we're used to on planet Earth. But other than that, yes, I would have to say yeah.
Civ 7. Okay. And then the guaranteed strategics. I'm still a big fan of this. Boostar, now that you've had a second chance to look at this, what do you think?
I'm for sure a massive fan of just increasing the quantas instead of making it guaranteed. But this isn't as horrible as maybe I could have dreamt of in my worst dreams.
Okay. All right. Can we back out, go to another game?
Give me 2 minutes.
I'll create another one. This time to humor Boostar, I'm going to try doing the abundant strategics, but I'll leave the other things the same. Does that work for y'all?
Be advised too. 25-minute warning.
Correct, which is why I wanted to get this going now. We liked city centers on. We liked maximum center yields, right?
Sounds good.
Guys, I'm actually going to end my stream. I'm not feeling well. So I'm going to head out. I feel like I'm about to do something and I don't want to do it on my keyboard.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
I got to go, guys.
Adios. Vices, are you able to stick around or do you have to go too?
No, I'll stick around for now.
Okay.
Unless otherwise bellowed for.
Right. The strategic needs to be standard and the resources need to be abundant. Why, Shinko? Chinko is saying that the strategic needs to be standard and resources need to be abundant. But I thought we were trying to get this to... We had spawn guaranteed working just fine earlier. That was the last one we did.
Yeah, it seemed to work.
Yeah. All right, game is up. Boostar, you want to spectate again?
Yes, please.
All right, Vices, you cool with that?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Come on in whenever you can, Boostar, and then you two have to swap.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's all good. Ah, Bismarck. Oh, good, Chinko. Thank you for saying something, though. I appreciate that.
And now I had problems with that join code because
No worries. Chat, we're going to do our draw for World Warships in a second. Yep, we're good. So make sure that you have entered the giveaway. Exclamation point ticket gets you in. What's up, King or North?
oh, instead of 0. That's
1911. Hey, now that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Oh, okay. Chinko says that every person should hover over every other person's name before they click on ready to ensure that they are showing some latency and not 0.
yeah,
Interesting.
more
I
than
didn't know
0,
that.
yeah.
Just got home about 10 minutes ago. Cool. Well, welcome home. Thanks for jumping in.
The only
We're-
one I'm showing 0 to is myself, which is
And
sausage.
yeah, that would make sense. Anyways, we are doing some testing today to look at some new settings to
just
get
go,
some
or-
ideas. Yeah, go ahead. Get some idea about settings of what's out there and how we want to set up our next game. We got some really cool ideas, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens from that.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of
All right,
civilization,
Vices versus a Monitor.
towards the stars.
Exactly.
Round 1, fight!
I think I'm already outmatched.
Why?
Oh, just in general.
Obviously, go ahead and move and everything when you're ready.
This has resources. Holy hell. I'm liking this.
Well, you did want more strategics, didn't you?
Horse.
Pisces, why did you move there?
Greater production value.
On top of the stone?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is false. We were talking about that before. Because it's a bonus resource, it gets removed when you settle on it, and you don't get anything extra from that. So you'll still have 2 and 2.
Fine.
Now, if you remove that and put a campus district or something else there, that'd be really sexy. Yeah, greater production value if you settled on the iron. Silly Turks. Oh, wait, he doesn't see the iron, though, does he?
No.
No. Iron is one tile to the left of where Istanbul is. Dope!
Well then.
I know. Also, you'd have a really nice harbor with a +4, but anyway. So let's take a look at your starting location. You've got coal, plenty of coal. I see iron, niter. Does he have uranium? He's got aluminum.
It's a little further out. Yeah, there is aluminum.
Past the Black Sea, I see that.
Uranium is quite far north, yeah. Yeah, there's uranium on the other side of the lake to the west as well, but it's kind of a little far away.
I see some to the other side of the lake on the east of him.
Yeah, I routinely mix west, east and west stuff. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, below the bananas. Exactly, Chinko. Thank you. All right, let's go take a look at his opponent. Wait, I didn't.
Horse.
How many horses do you want? Yes. By the way, he does have 1 oil as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. So there's that. Ooh, a barbarian eagle warrior. That's cute.
Yeah, the clans do like their eagle warriors. That's kind of neat.
Yep. Oh, and that's a good point. There's also uranium to the south of that other uranium. So there's some good uranium near Istanbul, assuming he does expand at least 1 ring around the capital city.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is you essentially have to expand for uranium. So as long as you expand a fair bit, you might likely get some, but you don't really get it just by your capital lake.
Right. Yep. And then there's also 2 uranium south of Istanbul, and then 2 uranium near the 3 aluminum near the uranium. You got 5 sources of aluminum really close to you. Holy hell. Yeah. Even Chinko's like, I mean 5. So one side is really good for ancient start, the other side's really good for later game. Yes, exactly. Yes, the Turks love their planes, don't they? All right, let's go take a look at... Sorry, go ahead, Blue Star.
I'd say the start is great for anything. Okay.
It's very sexy. The only thing that I don't like is the oil, because it takes extra time to get to the offshore platforms to be able to get that oil.
Right, okay, yeah.
Everything else is really sexy. Just that oil is... That's gonna take a while.
I mean, with 7 seas, though, you're gonna need a few cities by lakes anyway, right?
Yes.
The 7 seas maps. But
yeah.
I get the tech concern, yeah.
Oh, now the barbarians just spawned a hoplite. Good luck. All right, so let's look at Meroe. What do they have near them for strategics? They've got coal, a second coal. They've got horses. Like you said, all the horses. There's 4 in a row. Iron. Is there oil?
Oil is right there, yeah.
Yeah, I see the oil.
Niter is just on the other side of the mountains, which is a little more tricky to get to.
Niter is just there, but there's 2 sources of niter, and frankly, it's right by the sea, so that's kind of nice. Now, is there any uranium near Meroe?
There is a fair bit south. It's in the snowy land.
I see one.
Yep.
Another niter to the right of Kawa. Yep, there it is.
There's one a fair bit north east of Kawa, I guess.
I see it. Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem you have to expand a little for uranium. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a double-edged sword, right? Because if there's more strategics out there, then that does limit district placement later as you get to find more of these strategic resources. So it could actually hamper your plans for putting down districts and that sort of thing. On the flip side, you got a lot of strategic resources.
Yeah, and it doesn't harm the districts you have put down earlier on. Right?
Yeah, I still think I like the guaranteed strategics,
Okay.
but what do you think, Boostar and Vices? Across the water and to the right of the AI.
I mean, with everything around me that you guys say there is, it feels like I have kind of an accelerated start. Of course, if everybody's at that same accelerated start, it's only a benefit for us.
That seems
talking
to be
about there,
what we've
Jinko?
been seeing over these starts, as far as I've expected anyway, at least.
So, Vices, are you saying that you like this idea of going to abundant instead of guaranteed?
This playthrough feels fine to me. Like, I like it.
Boostar, you would prefer this versus guaranteed?
Yeah, the start is a little like souped up. Start seem a little strong to me, but I don't have anything against strategic resources being a factor in that. So on the whole, it sounds kind of neat.
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any geothermal fissures near Vices to test settling on.
No, they're just east of the AI. Yeah.
+4 on the rainforest. This one, right? Okay, so we're gonna change to abundant for strategics, yeah?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Why? What do you mean why, Chinko? For
I found
abundant?
the geothermal fairly close.
Oh, okay, well then by all means settle on top of it, please.
It's down here south west of Ankara, quite a long ways past the lakes and everything. I've got a warrior by it.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, if you're willing to do it.
Where you settled
that's
in
the one
Kara?
I was saying was outside of the AI.
Vices, my chat would like to know what the hell was you were smoking when you decided to settle Ankara there.
I'm just throwing stuff up because we're testing stuff.
Okay, cool. I figured as much.
Everything's very fast in case you haven't noticed.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
It's also a really nice tight and defensible inlet by Ankara there.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I have to
Anyways.
point out though the whole body of water by Zanzibar and south, massive, great big ocean.
Oh yes.
Holy.
Oh yes.
Another thing this map seems to do is it seems to compartmentalize the meltable ice blocks into
Yeah.
a fair chunk here and a fair chunk here and a fair chunk there.
Let's see. Is there a is there a lens? I don't see a lens that gives me flooding. It tells me what happens if there's flooding. That would be a nice lens. So, do we want to wait for Vices to get to that spot, or do you guys want to in the stream, or do you want to try once more, make sure that we are happy and truly dialed in with the settings?
With an ill kitten, I'm going to lean towards ending, personally.
That's fair.
It's going to take a long time to get to that for sure.
Okay, so ended for now then, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do we have a target?
Well, I'm going to keep streaming. You guys are welcome to raid off, but I got my lurk mode thing, so you know.
That opens up my target then.
That's correct. You're welcome to raid whoever you want. And I'm going to write down what we picked here. So on and maximum. And then simultaneous turns. And we're going to do standard turn timer. Great map for after we get some global warming going and Zat to flood. There you go, Electric. You're welcome to try that. Oh, well, thank you, Vices. That wasn't necessary, but okay.
Never said it was necessary, but much wanted.
All right, and
Well,
then
thank
we're
you,
going to...
gentlemen, very much for tonight, and I will see you guys again soon.
Of course.
Later.
Vices, if you have any questions about where I'm from, do ask. Yeah. Oh, you won't. Okay.
I might have some questions. At some point, I'm hoping to visit that country, and it'd be fun to meet you. Not saying it has to happen. But
You don't have plans like in the next year or two or anything, or
no, not right now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's kind of like one of those things that's on our bucket list, right? We'd love to go there. We just haven't.
yeah, okay.
We liked Impenetrable Ridges, right?
Yeah, the rest of them, the rest of it was like that setting. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, obviously I can travel around anywhere in the country, but plainly I'm familiar with my sort of part of the country. But yeah,
Yep. Now, I did not get a chance to look at what you posted. I saw the country. You said the country. Are you in the capital city or near the capital? Because I know that's where, what, 50% or more live?
so the capital city Oslo is
Mhm.
the only vaguely city-like thing we have essentially all. It's
Right.
like 1 million people, so it's not really a city. No,
Right.
but it's the closest we have. But I posted in our group chat the specific county, which
Okay.
is the second smallest county other than Oslo that I'm from. So you
Okay.
have that thing. But I'm from a small coastal town with a fair bit of maritime heritage and so on. So,
Awesome. All right. Cool. Pally, hey, are you okay with these settings? I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it, but... Sorry, I have a pen in my mouth right now. I'm trying to take a screenshot of the setup here.
I DM'd you the precise town.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Save configuration. All right, let's screenshot these.
So you weren't streaming Civ now, or
Oh, I've been streaming. You know me. Always streaming.
yeah, but it's like the stuff you're gonna do now. Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over and do some whatchamacallit, yes.
Right.
Resources was the last one. Resources. Okay, so let's screenshot this. And then let's go down here. Screenshot this. And then we'll go down to here and screenshot this. And I think we're good. I think we're good. What do you guys think? Are you excited for the next game of Civ? I know I am. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. Boostar, how far away is that from Trondheim?
Trondheim is right about the middle point of the whole country.
Right,
And
that's
I'm
what I'm curious.
I'm a fair bit further south, so I'm just a little south of the capital.
Gotcha, okay.
So the town that I'm from, there's a ferry going over to Sweden, and just a little ferry into a little Swedish town just over the border. And then if you go to the neighbor next door town down the coast from my hometown, there's a ferry going from there to over to Denmark, to the northern little part of Denmark over there.
Okay. What am I missing?
And obviously there's a train track going down the coastline between the different cities, but it's just a single track really. So but yeah.
Sure. All right, cool. Where is my bottom piece? I know that sounds funny. Where's my bottom piece? That's it. All right, I think I posted all the stuff. Playing co-op and you got my map? Nice! Congratulations. Yeah, it should be interesting, Zand. I agree.
Did you want to pin it for future reference? Means?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let me go into our focus
Yeah,
on me.
Being able to spectate those wild map settings was really quite fun.
Wasn't it fun being able to look at the entire map?
Oh, holy hell, yeah. I like that.
And then to be able to talk through it all, I think
Hmm.
added something on top of that too, right?
Yeah, it's just there's the one trap, I guess, where. Oh, you be right back? Okay.
Sorry about that. I was listening to you. I just had to run for a sec. Go ahead. What were you saying now?
I guess with the spectating and discussing what's going on, the one trap is if we discuss stuff going on between this and that player and that part of the map, you'd end up with one or two players where you discuss quite little about the situation.
Yeah, if we're going to have a spectator, we're probably going to need. Wow, that YouTube stream is delayed. Anyway, if we're going to have any sort of spectators in this game, in theory, then those spectators need to be in a different voice chat because otherwise, I agree with you, it gives too much information out there. So I don't know that we're ready to jump into that just yet, but I know Raptor and I had both talked about spectating. The other thing that's interesting that I need to wrap my head around is as a spectator, I take away a slot from a computer. So I'd have to, in theory, we would have to add 2 computer slots, right, in that game. Or if we do the 4 of us, if we do the 4 of us and we do a 4-player map with 2 people spectating, we'd have to have 2 open slots to work as spectators. We didn't test that tonight, but that's the only other thing I can think of that, we kind of need to do, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand how that works, but
Jinko says all they need to have is a push to talk deafen for the members that are in talking. Well, yes, Jinko, that is correct. Right now we do use a push to talk, and Raptor and I might need to change that to something else to make it work. I don't know. Certainly a possibility.
I think if I was to ever do the spectating, I think my main challenge would be I'll get hung up in something exciting about 2 or 3 or 4 of the players and then leave 1 or 2 of the players without talking quite so much about their situation, I guess. Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the challenges of casting. Something that Raptor and I think after casting King of the Sea, however many dozens of times, we are probably kind of accustomed to and could probably handle, right?
Yeah, you're saying you have a bit of a strength in that. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I'd love to try casting the Civ Players League in March, for example. That might be a hell of a lot of fun.
You said you were invited to do some of that? Or...
Yes, I was. That's correct.
Wow. Amazing.
It was really nice. I know they're looking for people that have that kind of experience to be able to, cast and stuff because it really does help overall. So I'm excited. I'd love to, like I said, get into that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it for the night, huh?
Yeah, I've booted up to me before again, so I think I'll sit here for like an hour or 2. No.
Okay, no problem. But thanks. I'm gonna go and talk to chat now and kind of finish that stuff off. I need to do a draw and all that good stuff. So
Yeah. All good.
awesome. I'll see you next week.
Yep, for sure.
Chat. What did you guys think? Was that exciting or what? We spent the entire day just talking about settings. I know you're probably bored, but I had a good time. I'm excited to see what these changes will bring to our game coming up. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about the changes to the balance for multiplayer. I'm excited to see the changes to the start locations. The abundant strategic. It's going to be a very interesting. I think that's going to cause a lot of problems, but at the same time, it could work quite well. So we'll have to see. But I do owe you guys a drawing. I got to get that done. And as always, we're going to go into lurk mode. So let me go to my stream info and let me go into my lurk mode. Guys, no stream tomorrow. I'll be streaming in lurk mode, of course, and hanging out with you guys. And then Wednesday is our next stream. That's World of Warships. I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, so I'm going to have to stop Warships early to do the doctor's appointment. And then Friday, of course, will be the next Warship stream. Wednesday is a patch, so I'm very excited to see what the patch brings and also scared at the same time. And then Saturday and Sunday is our Warships Classic Tournament, which I've been showing reruns of for the past couple weeks. And they, for the first time, have more teams than they've ever had before. So I'm really excited about that. So we're going to see what that brings. That means that Thursday, I will most likely have to kill the stream so that I can do my setup for the tournament. I guess Thursday. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe, hopefully Thursday. If they don't release that stuff until Friday, then I'm kind of fruit. But we'll see what happens. In any case, I'm going to go to lurk mode now. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on autopilot. And then I'm going to go ahead and do our drawing. Okay. Apparently, I haven't done Stream Raiders in a while either. Oh, I never logged back into Stream Raiders? Are you kidding me? I loaded the damn game, but it didn't... Urgh. What didn't like you, Chinko? Ticket? All this time, and Stream Raiders wasn't ready. It should have liked yours. It should be fine. I'm pretty sure I have it running. Let's see. Giveaways. This is for a CC container code. Is that right? I could have sworn I did bonuses. Whatever. Where is my... Is it? No. Do I not have? I have too many windows, too many tabs open. And this is a problem. All right, guys, here's the giveaway one more time. Last chance to get an exclamation point ticket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the hell? I'll give you guys a CC code. I don't freaking care. Hey, C's nuts. All right, we're gonna draw an entrant, and it is Dutch Elephant. Dutch Elephant, are you here? Please say something, or you can type exclamation point claim. Oh my god, Chinko, you are nuts. You've mapped out industrial zones, city. I don't know what CH stands for. I see where you've put your cities, your aqueduct, your dam, your aqueduct. +7 and +8 industrial zones. Wow. Sea Raptor's bot confirms each ticket. Zast does a roundup once in a while. Yes. All right, so the rules for look mode drawing applies. So every time we get a win of the level or the level ends, I draw a new winner. Oh my god. I literally just drew myself. That is hilarious. Duckman. Duckman? Very much funny. What happens if I type in here for this? Let's see. Loon. Okay, so that works actually. That's kind of funny. Huh. All right, in the meantime, I need to go up to stream info and edit my stream info. This is the Warships Classic rebroadcast. Next season starts this weekend. And the game will be switched over to Warships. There we go, World of Warships. Oh, level achieved. Let's draw another winner. Dr. Zoidberg 69. Dr. Zoidberg 69, are you here? All right, level is over. Let's go ahead and draw another entrant. Seas Nuts. I could have sworn I saw Seas Nuts recently. Seas Nuts, you need to type exclamation point and claim. Otherwise, I don't know that you're here. Lol. All right, let's get Stream Raiders going. I can't believe I missed Stream Raiders this whole freaking like 3 hours. There you go. Now it's official. All right, so Seas Nuts is our winner. I need to go here. Is that really a CC code? It really was. Interesting. Can I message Seas Nuts through this window? No. I have to be on this window. There you go. Enjoy Seas Nuts. So glad that you changed it back to Seas Nuts instead of Civ6 Nuts, by the way. Just putting that out there. All right, so this giveaway is going to be sub camos. Let's see, can I fit this in? Yeah, that works. Create. All right, y'all. You know the drill. We're going to go into lurk mode now. Big thanks to all who participated.